Welcome back to another Lot Feed Top 50 Underrated Wide Receivers. We're going to go to number 17, John Taylor, who was known for game-winning catch against the for the 49ers of San Francisco against Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 23. Taylor was a great yards after catch receiver when he was a San Francisco 49er. Delaware State graduate who was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 86 draft, 1986 in the third round. During his tenure as a 49er, Taylor was a two-time Pro Bowler, three-time Super Bowl champion. What made Taylor great was his play as a receiver and a punt returner. In 1988, he led the league in punt returns yards with 556, including a Super Bowl record 45 yards, which was the longest punt return at the time, and most punt returns was 56, and highest punt return average 18.7. So the game that stands out in John Taylor's career was on a Monday night football game against the Los Angeles Rams. I remember this game. He went 92 and 96 yards. He caught two touchdown passes, and he went over 90 yards, 92 and 96. He and Bryce was just the masters of yards after catch. They knew how to make a catch and go all the way. That was the first in NFL history at that time. Scored two touchdowns over 90 yards, 92 yards, 96 yards. And then he caught 347 receptions in his career, 5,589 receiving yards, and 43 touchdowns. And ESPN ranked John Taylor as the 25th greatest NFL draft steal of all time. He was still, being a third rounder. He could have been a Hall of Famer, man, just like Alvin Harper. He was that great of a receiver when he was on his game. So John Taylor, man, number 17 on my list. Let's get into why he was underrated even more. John Taylor was underrated. Obviously, played under the shadow of Jerry Rice. His statistics were suppressed and individual accolades due to Jerry Rice, the dominance of Jerry Rice. Opposing defense were forced to heavily account for Rice. So Taylor took advantage of that. This dynamic led many to assume Taylor only succeeded because of the attention Rice drew, and rather than his own exceptional route running and elite athleticism, also being a secondary receiver. Over his 9-year career with the 49ers, Taylor only had 1,000 yards receiving twice in his career. Thanks to 16 people checking in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. He caught 43 touchdowns. So these numbers were split in a high-powered offense that featured Joe Montana and Steve Young. So his production as an individual obviously was overlooked. Also, selfish play style. Taylor was famously quiet, humble, and unselfish. He was unbelievable downfield blocker, extraordinary. As a dual threat, as a lethal punt returner, led the league in punt return yards, set Super Bowl records for punt return average. Also, he's a clutch factor. He had the clutch factor. The Super Bowl championship that he won, scored a game-winning touchdown. And on his bench on that, and also those two touchdown catches against the Rams, 90 plus. That was a record, and for a record at the time. The only player to catch two touchdown passes of 90 plus in a single game. That's what he did. That's why he's underrated, man. John Taylor. So that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Be back soon. Another one. That'll be at 5 o'clock. Number 16. The 16th underrated wide receiver. Until then, talk to you soon.